Ezra 9, I read from the Institute for Scripture Research, the ISR, because it takes a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Greek to English, and Aramaic to English. Yah is the Elohim of the heavens and the earth, the first and the last and the only, and he's an extremely jealous El. He's so jealous that he doesn't even want the names of idols or mighty ones to come to our lips. And Yah is the Elohim of the heavens and the earth, the first and the last and the only, and he's an extremely jealous El. He's so jealous that he doesn't even want the names of idols or mighty ones to come to our lips. And Yah is short for YahWeh, Yahweh, Yod-He, Vav-He. There's no difference. It's like saying Dan, Daniel, Daniel with an E. What is the difference and does matters when people say that Phil, Bob, Sam, and Aaron are the same name, because no, they're not. And no one in their right mind would ever believe that. And only a fool would believe that a fork or a hammer can force its creator to do anything. Or believe anything. It's ridiculous. Even crazy people would think that those fools are fools. Um, there was no letter J in the Hebrew, Greek, or Aramaic texts because the letter J is only about 600 years old, while the son of Elohim, Yehoshua, died on a stake for the sins of all of humanity over 2,000 years ago. In a direct translation from Hebrew to English, Yehoshua is Joshua, and I strongly believe that the son of Elohim's name, Yehoshua, means Yahweh is salvation. Ezra 9. And when these matters had been done, the leaders came to me, saying, the people of Israel and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the peoples of the lands as to their abominations, those of the Canaanites, Kena apostrophe Anites, the Hittites, H with a dot, Ittites, the Perizzites, Perizzites, and the Ubissites, Yeb with a line underneath of it, Usites, the Ammonites, Ammonites, oh my goodness, Ammonites, good job, Cody, you can spell. The Moabites, Mo apostrophe AB with a line underneath of it, Ites, the Mitzrites, Mitsrites, and the Amorites, Amorites, for they have taken some of their daughters as wives for themselves and their sons, so that the set apart seed is intermingled with the peoples of those lands, and the hand of the leaders and rulers has been foremost in this trespass. And when I heard this word, I tore my garments and my robe, and plucked out some of the hair of my head and beard, and sat down astonished. Yeah, I'd be astonished too. But like, you guys just got back, like, literally a sliver that was let back into Israel from Babel literally just turned around and crapped all over YahWeh again. I would sit there astonished too. I'd be like, what is wrong with you? Are you seriously brain dead? Then all those who trembled at the words of the Elohim of Israel gathered to me because of the trespass of the exiles, and I sat astonished until the evening offering, and at the evening offering I rose from my affliction, and having torn my garments and my robe, I fell on my knees and spread out my hands to YahWeh my Elohim, and said, O my Elohim, I am too ashamed and wounded to lift up my face to you, my Elohim, for our crookednesses have risen higher than our heads, and our guilt has grown up to the heavens since the days of our fathers to this day. We have been very guilty, and for our crookednesses we, our sovereigns, and our priests have been given into the hand of the sovereigns of the lands, to the sword, to captivity, and to plunder, and to shame of faces, as it is this day. And it literally is to that day, because their only day that these people are going to be fully taken out of Babel and placed back in Jerusalem, like all of them, not just a sliver of them. that'll only happen when Yehoshua returns, and he's going to return with an iron rod and a sword coming from his mouth, engulfed in the flames of the heavens, and no nation will be spared. No nation. That includes Israel. No nation will be spared. And trust me, if Israel's not going to be spared, no nation is going to be spared. By now, for a short while, favor has been shown from YahWeh our Elohim to leave us a remnant to escape and to give us a peg in his set-apart place, that our Elohim might enlighten our eyes and give us a little reviving in our bondage. For we were slaves, but in our bondage our Elohim did not forsake us, and extended loving commitment to us in the presence of the sovereigns of Persia, to revive us, to rise up the house of our Elohim, to restore its ruins, and to give us a wall in Yehuda and Jerusalem. And now, O our Elohim, what do we say after this? For we have forsaken your commands, which you have commanded by your servants the prophets, saying, the land which you are going in to possess is a land unclean through the uncleanness of the peoples of the lands, by their abominations with which they have filled it from one end to another by their uncleanness. And now do not give your daughters as wives to their sons, nor take their daughters to your sons, and do not seek their peace or wealth ever, so that you are strong and shall eat the good of the land and leave it as an inheritance to your children forever. And after all that has come upon us for our evil deeds and for our great guilt, since you, our Elohim, have held back the rod upon our crookednesses, and have given us such deliverance as this, should we turn back to break your commands and join in marriage with the people of these abominations? Would you not be enraged with us until you had consumed us, so that we would be no remnant or survivor? Would you not be enraged with us until you had consumed us, so that there would be no remnant or survivor? Well, that would be breaking the covenants so that he made with his actual followers, like the ones who were like 120,000% for him, nothing else. So no, that wouldn't be a thing. Until there's no remnant or survivor, no. There will be a piece of an ear of an entire body of Israel that will be saved. O Yahweh, Elohim of Israel, you are righteous, for we are left as a remnant, as it is this day. See, we are before you in our guilt, for there is no one to stand before you concerning this. I would like to see the hammer stand up to its creator. That I wouldn't like to see that, but that would be like I would mock those people. People who stand up and think that I'm above Yahweh and he will do as I say. I mock them. I laugh in their faces. That's a funny joke. I'm sorry, did you say you as the hammer can force its creator to do something? Don't fool yourself. Don't fool yourself. And do not think of yourself above anyone else, because that's a joke too. People who think of themselves as above everyone else is literally below everyone else.